30,000 dead? Reports of unwarned flood discharge from 87 reservoirs in Hunan. Platform subsidence at Hangzhou East Station, open for only 11 years. Infectious disease outbreak, 700 cases diagnosed in a month, no specific treatment. Microsoft requires Chinese employees to use iPhones for work, abandons Android phones. Chinese government claims Tesla is a domestic car. The Chinese military may be a paper tiger. It's all covered in today's China Truths. 30,000 dead? Reports of unwarned flood discharge from 87 reservoirs in Hunan. According to a video and screenshots posted by Zhangdong on X platform, multiple reservoirs in Pingjiang, Hunan, simultaneously discharged floods, submerging the entire Pingjiang County. Civilian statistics indicate, now that the floodwaters have receded, over 30,000 people are still missing. This disaster, compounded by human negligence, has seen official media remain collectively silent, with authorities busy blocking information. The poster further stated, the government blocked the news and failed to timely notify the public about the flood discharge, causing a huge human catastrophe. According to chat screenshots, a netizen allegedly in the know, Mika, said, on July 1, 87 reservoirs in Pingjiang simultaneously discharged floods without any warning to the local people. Those indoors were not washed away, but those on the streets were swept into the river. The entire county was flooded, and the property loss is incalculable, especially enormous. Mika added, my friend's couple went to save their store, trying to close the door to prevent things inside from being washed away. The flood came very quickly, submerging them within minutes, and they've been missing ever since. I went rowing to their store the day before yesterday to look for them but couldn't find them, they must be gone. Mika also mentioned, many people died, and we watched many bodies being washed away along the Milua River from higher ground. The figure of over 30,000 missing is a count by each street and township. The government bears huge responsibility and is trying to shirk it. All the officials have fled. We are preparing to go to Beijing. Another netizen said, I hope the bloody facts will wake people up. This has always been the case. The upper reaches open the floodgates without notifying the downstream to avoid panic, and the downstream losses are compensated by the upstream reservoirs. Levee breach in Dongting Lake, Yiyang, flood victims lose a lifetime of savings. According to Jimian News and other mainland media, the Hunan Provincial Flood Control and Drought Relief Headquarters Office reported that by noon on July 6, the levee breach at Dongting Lake in Tuanzhou Dike, Huarong County, Yiyang, was about 220 meters wide, with an average water depth of about 5 meters, flooding 47.64 square kilometers, 92.5% of Tuanzhou Dike's area. By 3:10 p.m., the water levels inside and outside the dike were roughly equal. In 1996, Tuanzhou Dike breached, affecting over 5,500 households and causing 14 deaths. Xiao Lifang rebuilt her home in 2013 but lost it again in the recent flood, saying, 2 floods have wiped out a lifetime of savings. Liu Shuqin and Peng Jinping also lost their homes in both the 1996 and recent floods. Liu fled with her children then and now with her grandchildren. Peng, nearly 60 and suffering from thyroid cancer, questioned how he could rebuild, stating, 2 floods have wiped out a lifetime of savings. So far, no casualties have been reported, but authorities have banned anyone from speaking to the media, sparking criticism. Platform subsidence at Hangzhou East Station, open for only 11 years. Recently, netizens reported that the Hangzhou East Station, which has been operational for only 11 years, is experiencing platform subsidence issues, causing passengers to jump off the train. On July 3, a blogger posted about the subsidence at Hangzhou East Station. The images shared by the blogger showed that the bottom of the train carriages was significantly higher than the platform. A video circulating online shows a 30-centimeter gap between the platform and the train, making it difficult for passengers to board and alight, with the risk of accidental falls if they are not careful. In fact, netizens had reported this issue 2 years ago. In May 2023, a blogger posted images showing that the subsidence at Hangzhou East Station was obvious. The central platform was almost level with the bottom of the train carriages, but there were significant height differences at both ends, requiring extra caution when getting on and off the train. Another video showed cracks on the platform, forming a slope on the surface. Some people suggested that the subsidence might be related to Hangzhou's geography, as constructing a massive high-speed rail station on soft soil is likely to cause subsidence. The continuous feedback from netizens finally drew attention to the issue online. One netizen said, "Indeed, I was shocked by the height difference when I got off the train today at Hangzhou East Station. I travel almost every month through Hangzhou East Station and have been to many high-speed rail stations, but I have never seen such a significant height difference between the platform and the train carriage. This matter concerns public safety and should be taken seriously. It should be investigated thoroughly. It sounds quite alarming. Was the foundation not properly laid?" Under public pressure, a passenger service staff member at Hangzhou East Station told Jimu News that there indeed was platform subsidence at the station. The specific situation would be reported to higher authorities, and professional departments had been notified to inspect it. However, netizens discovered that in January 2024, the Shanghai Railway Bureau Group Company, Limited Hangzhou Housing and Construction Apartment Section had called for bids on the Hangzhou East Station platform and column subsidence monitoring project. In November 2021, bids were called for the Hangzhou East Station Northeast Corner Subsidence Control Project, and in March 2018, for the Hangzhou East Station Platform and Plaza Ground Subsidence Control Project. Hangzhou East Station, one of Asia's largest passenger transportation hubs, was initially built in 1992, expanded in 2009, and officially opened on July 1, 2013. The station is part of the Shanghai Railway Bureau Group. Infectious disease outbreak, 700 cases diagnosed in a month, no specific treatment. Recently, many children in China have been infected with adenovirus. The Zhuji Central Hospital in Zhejiang diagnosed over 700 cases in 1 month. According to Zhuji Daily, the pediatric outpatient department of Zhuji City Central Hospital has seen many parents and children waiting for treatment. Numerous children have been diagnosed with adenovirus, showing symptoms such as recurring high fever, sore throat, red eyes, poor mental state, and poor appetite. Dr. Zhao Li, an attending physician at Zhuji City Central Hospital, explained that adenovirus, also known as human adenovirus, is a non-enveloped DNA virus. Infected children typically exhibit recurring and frequent high fevers, usually above 39 degrees Celsius, which quickly return after cooling and persist for about a week. Symptoms also include diarrhea, vomiting, sore throat, red eyes, and lethargy. In June this year, the pediatric department of Zhuji City Central Hospital treated over 700 children with adenovirus infections, with more than 90 hospitalized due to complications. In previous years, the hospital only treated around 100 adenovirus cases annually, indicating a significant increase this year. According to Chengdu Business Daily, adenovirus infections are most common in winter and spring in northern China, and in spring and summer in southern China. Gao Ping, an attending physician at the Fifth People's Hospital of Chengdu, estimated that adenovirus cases in her department increased by about 20% in the first 2 weeks of June compared to April and May. At the Chengdu Women and Children's Central Hospital, there have also been many recent adenovirus diagnoses. Xiao Wanmin, the chief physician of the Pediatric Respiratory Department, noted a clear upward trend in adenovirus infection rates based on recent monitoring. Xiao explained that the virus is highly contagious, especially in enclosed, crowded, and humid environments. People of all ages can be infected, but children are more susceptible due to their weaker immune systems and underdeveloped respiratory defenses. Adenovirus mainly affects children aged 6 months to 5 years, with severe cases more common in those under 2. The illness typically lasts 3 to 7 days, but severe cases may take 2 to 6 weeks or even months to fully recover, especially if lung shadows are present. Tang Chenghua, a lab technician at the first affiliated hospital of Guangzhou University of Chinese Medicine, stated that there is currently no specific antiviral treatment for adenovirus, and the focus is on symptomatic and supportive care, making prevention crucial. Good personal hygiene practices, such as frequent hand washing and avoiding eye rubbing, should be maintained. Adenovirus pneumonia has a rapid onset, with high fever, cough, and wheezing. Mild cases resolve in 7 to 11 days, severe cases may have high fever for 2 to 4 weeks, with respiratory distress and other severe symptoms. Microsoft requires Chinese employees to use iPhones for work, abandons Android phones. Due to network security reasons, Microsoft has mandated that all Chinese employees stop using Android phones for work and switch to Apple iPhones. This means that Microsoft will no longer allow the use of Xiaomi, Huawei, OnePlus, and Oppo phones for work. On July 8, Bloomberg reported that Microsoft informed its Chinese employees that starting in September, they would only be able to use iPhones for work, effectively severing the connection between Android devices and the workplace. According to an internal memo reviewed by Bloomberg News, Microsoft requires Chinese employees to use Apple devices to verify their identity when logging into company equipment. This measure is part of the company's efforts to strengthen Microsoft products and services against hacker attacks, affecting hundreds of employees in mainland China, and aims to ensure all employees use the Microsoft Authenticator Password Manager and Identity Pass application. Microsoft has chosen to block these Android devices from accessing company resources because they cannot connect to Google's mobile services in China. Google Play is an Android app store but is not available in China, where local smartphone manufacturers like Huawei and Xiaomi have their platforms. Therefore, Apple's App Store becomes the only place for Chinese employees to download these mandatory security applications. The memo states that employees using Android devices will receive an iPhone 15, with Apple devices to be distributed nationwide, including Hong Kong. In April of this year, Microsoft's Executive Vice President for Security, Charlie Bell, stated that the company is a ground zero for foreign government-backed hackers. A new Secure Future Initiative, SFI, was launched last November following multiple cybersecurity incidents, including attacks by hackers supported by the Chinese and Russian governments. In January this year, Microsoft's email system was attacked by a Russian government-backed hacker group known as Midnight Blizzard. In June of last year, a Chinese hacker group named Storm 558 infiltrated Microsoft Exchange online emails of 22 organizations and over 500 individuals worldwide, including senior U.S. government officials responsible for national security. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo and U.S. Ambassador to China Nicholas Burns were among the government officials targeted by the hackers. In April of this year, the Cyber Safety Review Board, CSRB, under the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, released a report stating that last year's Chinese hacker attack on the email systems of senior U.S. officials was avoidable, and criticized Microsoft's lack of transparency and deficiencies in cybersecurity measures. The review board recommended that Microsoft undertake security-centric reforms across all its products. Chinese government claims Tesla is a domestic car. Tesla, the largest electric vehicle and solar panel company in the United States, headquartered in Texas, produces and sells electric cars, solar panels, and energy storage equipment. Recently, a local government in China declared Tesla as a domestic car. Tesla was recently selected for government procurement in Jiangsu Province, eastern China. According to the Jiangsu Government Procurement Network's disclosure titled 2024-2025 New Energy Vehicle Framework Agreement Procurement Shortlist for party and government agencies, institutions, and group organizations in Jiangsu Province, the Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive version was included in the procurement list, with a quoted price of 249,900 yuan, about $34,400. This is the first instance of Tesla being included in a government procurement list in China. On July 4, a contact person at the Jiangsu Government Procurement Center told Red Star News that there is no official document prohibiting Tesla from entering the government procurement list. The contact person explained that as long as car companies meet certain price and configuration requirements, they can be shortlisted. The announcement merely signifies shortlisting. Whether to procure depends on user choice. That evening, the Jiangsu Government Procurement Center told the paper that Tesla voluntarily applied for this procurement. The procurement center evaluated based on parameters and prices and recognized Tesla's qualification. A staff member from the center mentioned that the government does not procure imported goods, which require special approval, but Tesla is not considered an imported car, it is considered domestic. A commentary program in Anhui noted, 95% of Tesla's parts are produced in China, so it is considered a domestic car. According to government procurement laws, priority should be given to domestic goods. Although Tesla is an American brand, it has a factory in Shanghai and produces and sells in China, with over 95% localization of parts produced in Shanghai, making it domestic. On July 5, the topic Jiangsu government officials claim Tesla is a domestic car trended on social media, sparking discussions among netizens. Has Musk changed his nationality? If the place of production is China, it's domestic? Tesla is wholly foreign-owned, not even a joint venture. By this logic, iPhones are domestic too, as are LV, Adidas, and Nike. From experts' perspective, this seemingly absurd decision, which aligns with Chinese authorities' interests, benefits both parties. In January 2014, Tesla CEO Elon Musk proposed building a car production plant in China, which was confirmed in June 2017 to be located in Shanghai. By July 2018, an agreement was signed with the Shanghai municipal government to establish the Tesla China factory in Lingang. Tesla's presence in China has significantly boosted the country's electric vehicle (EV) industry, aiding the development of the EV supply chain and contributing to the rise of Chinese EVs. However, Tesla's journey in China has faced challenges, especially concerning data security. Since 2022, various government agencies and local entities have banned Tesla cars due to concerns over data transmission to the U.S. In response, Tesla established data centers in China to localize data storage, complying with Chinese regulations. A pivotal moment came in April when Musk met with Chinese Premier Li Cheng. Subsequently, the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers confirmed that Tesla met the automotive data security compliance requirements, and Tesla reached an agreement with Baidu on autonomous driving mapping. The Chinese leadership supports Tesla to overcome technical bottlenecks in the EV sector. However, China's policy towards foreign enterprises is driven by economic and political needs, making Tesla's future in the Chinese market uncertain. While the government might relax some restrictions, actual implementation remains challenging due to broader national security concerns. The Chinese military may be a paper tiger. On July 7, Dr. Antonio Gracefo, the China economic analyst, published his commentary in the Epoch Times stating that despite Xi Jinping's goals of modernizing the People's Liberation Army, PLA, and challenging the United States as the top military power, the Chinese regime is likely a paper tiger. The Chinese military is unable to effectively fight, much less win, a war against the United States. The PLA's lack of combat experience, history of retreating from battles, poor quality equipment, technology gaps, dependence on foreign technology, recruitment issues, and inability to fight distant wars all contribute to this perception. While China is seen as the world's third most powerful military, these shortcomings suggest that its strength may be overestimated and lacks real-world capability. In 1979, China's invasion of Vietnam revealed significant problems in its military tactics and logistics, despite having more troops. This conflict, and more recent clashes with Indian troops, such as the 2020 Galwan Valley incident, have raised questions about the PLA's military training and preparedness. Concerns about PLA troop reliability were highlighted when Chinese peacekeepers abandoned their post during an attack in South Sudan in 2016. This incident, part of the UN mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, compromised the safety of other peacekeepers. Quality issues with Chinese-made equipment, such as misfiring missiles and faulty aircraft like the JF-17 Thunder jets, cast doubt on the reliability of Chinese weapons. China's reliance on foreign technology, particularly from Russia, further limits its effectiveness and innovation. Despite advancements, analysts argue that the PLA still lags behind the U.S. military in key areas such as stealth technology, avionics, cyber warfare, and advanced missile systems. Unlike U.S. equipment, which has been tested in numerous conflicts, Chinese hardware remains largely untested in combat. The PLA faces significant recruitment challenges, struggling to attract high-quality soldiers. Issues include inadequate training, low discipline and morale, and a preference among graduates for civilian careers over military service. This shortage of qualified personnel hampers the PLA's modernization efforts. She aims to create a blue water navy and extend Chinese dominance globally, but the PLA would struggle to fight wars far from home due to a lack of overseas bases and weak logistics for extended operations. Additionally, the regime's centralized command systems can slow decision-making and create inflexibility. China's alliances are not as strong as those of the United States, which benefits from established networks like NATO. China's soft power is hindered by negative perceptions of its human rights issues, COVID-19 measures, and aggressive actions in the South China Sea. While China has increased its military exercises in Asia, U.S. observations reveal gaps in the PLA's capabilities compared to more experienced and technologically advanced militaries. Whether or not China is or will remain a paper tiger is debatable, as she is prioritizing the continued modernization and expansion of the PLA. However, issues ranging from a lack of experience to the inability to wage war in distant theaters detract from Xi's desired aura of invincibility. Additionally, China's military modernization and expansion depend heavily on sustained economic growth. A looming aging crisis and economic vulnerabilities, including high debt levels, dependency on exports, and potential economic sanctions, could impact its ability to sustain military advancements. The United States is ahead for now but must remain vigilant and continue to invest in military technology research and development to maintain its edge. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. If you find the information helpful, please share this video with a friend to watch together. This will be a great source of motivation for our team to produce more and more quality and reliable videos. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths. Thank you for tuning in.